What's happening, people? And once again, welcome back to youtube.com/CubCamTV for this, another edition of Cubreacts. I've literally just got back from football tonight, so I'm slightly out of breath, as you can probably tell, but I've seen this one is landed and I couldn't resist. We're jumping into it right about now. Lojay and Sarz, Monalisa, the official remix featuring Chris Brown. I did a vlog about this the other day, and I'm very excited to jump into it, so that's exactly what we're going to do. As always, friends, if you are new to the channel, please make sure you are getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right-hand side of the page, turning notifications on, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff. We're hoping to hit 34k next week. We can do that with your help, so please do get involved. I am very, very excited for this one. So we're going to jump right into it. We're going to use this as a bit of an opportunity as well to essentially revisit the original alongside the verse, because obviously they're not going to do an entirely new version of the tune. It's likely to be the original verse and chorus with a Chris Brown verse on there, so we're going to use this as an opportunity to kind of revisit it and explore it a little bit down the line. So yeah, let's jump into it and see how it sounds. It's a cool visualizer as well. I like this kind of almost like neon liquidy kind of scenario. Still such a slap, isn't it? See, the thing about this EP was, I feel this EP was so slept on as a body of work. My favourite tune off there is literally Love and Attention with Wizkid. I found that so kind of explosive at the time. I actually heard that way before I heard Monalisa. I didn't even realise an EP had come out, which kind of says that it's being slept on, like, realistically. And yeah, looking back on it, it's such a quality. It's got Tanongo on there as well, which is such a vibe of a tune. This one has stood the test of time as well. It's still in the Billboard top 50. I think it's at number 30 at the moment, might be 37, but the fact it's still in that list after all this time, absolutely crazy. Let's go.
Cause this your milky for fronting for me. Hold on for me, I no go do me corny. And if you're milky na fighty, I saw me to look. Gelato honey, oh baby, sumo deep. Baby, gonna. Waka waka when you enter Monalisa.
It still sounds so good. I remember when I went to the Diamond Platinum show recently. We've vlogged it on this channel. Do go and check that out if you haven't already. There was kind of obviously music playing before Diamond Platinums went on. And it was so exciting to hear how people reacted to this actually in the dance prior to actually going onto a show. This was an absolute ruckus. Like this and the Sungba remix with Burner were both like, wow. Like everyone in the room was reacting absolutely crazy. Yeah, wicked stuff. And I think this is a tune that has definitely gained that kind of international reputation as well. This gets played in clubs in the UK all the time. That's why I think Chris Brown's jumped on it. Again, the kind of potency of those pieces of percussion, so electronic and so powerful in the way they land. Again, the sort of sweeping, almost like flute-like melodies, that kind of woo, 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 woo in the background. So cool, man. It really does stand up to the test of time.
Baby, gonna, will you give me sugar? Wala.
This visualizer is really cool as well. I'm waiting to see where Chris Brown jumps in, man. So I think we are about to get into the Chris Brown verse, which is, at the end of the day, yeah, we are here for the Chris Brown verse because we've heard this tune before. As I said, we're using this as an opportunity to kind of re-examine the original and kind of find its points, find like the best things about it. Again, the thing I love about it is the fact it kind of uses those log drum rolls, that kind of that sound there, so cool. And when you've got Sarz on production and you've got Lojay doing these very high-ended vocals but super catchy, really utilizing rhythmic pockets as well. He almost like folds in and like drops into each verse. It's a wicked link up. These two definitely need to carry on making music together as well. So cool.
Monalisa, I go sweep you off your feet.
Okay.
She said make some time for me. See for this I be and you tap like hush for me. We walking next there. Please show them your best. Baby, hope you know you like to my day. Girl, you know you're all that I need. Give me love you can run.
Okay. Okay, Breezy, let's go. Yeah, this is, you know what? This, by the definition of what this is, he understood the assignment. Super, super clean introduction. Nothing over the top vocally. The actual original of this is very cool. It's quite a stripped back, quite laid back tune vocally. Like, there's no crazy melodies. It's literally all about the vibe more than anything else. And that's what we're getting on this. We are getting to hear that kind of intricacy within what Lojay does in the original, but that simplicity at the same time. And Chris Brown has come in and done that in his style. Fits perfectly over the instrumental. That little kind of bit of electronic editing over the top of the vocal sounds really, really cool. And yeah, he fits this like a glove, man. Crazy how just how natural he sounds on this.
I can't deny. One bag of man, them one come try. But my love just takes you high. All them I talk about you and I. Nobody listen to them loud. I get butterflies when I see ya. Oh yeah. If I'm in love, it's for a reason. Oh yeah. Gonna waka when you enter.
So smooth, man. The fact we're still going to have, I feel, Chris Brown ad-libs for the rest of the tune is a really cool thing as well. And this is something I've noticed about Chris Brown. When he jumps into these collaborations, especially with international artists, he never just kind of drops the verse and goes. At least in the tracks that I've heard recently. He's always kind of stuck around to the end of the tune, added ad-libs, added kind of additional chorusing, a little additional kind of verses as well. And this is a great example of that in motion. We're starting to hear those extra bits kind of fold in here. But I've got to say, not the most explosive verse from Chris Brown, but it definitely kind of adds to the tune. It takes it in a different direction. Like, you can almost hear you can hear the tune almost drawing breath before he lands, going, I wonder where it's going to go. Not necessarily changing the tune. I wouldn't necessarily call it a groundbreaking vocal, but it fits the tune. It's what the tune needs, you know? And that's what you want from a remix. You don't want something that changes it entirely. You want something that fits and adds to what the tune means. And that's a great example of that.
Baby, gonna, will you give me sugar? Wala. Macho Monalisa, 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 Macho Monalisa.
I always remember loving this little breakdown here because it's got those kind of Hammond organs. They're not necessarily Hammond organs, but those kind of really cool kind of aquatic sounding organ sounds that just kind of those really nice sounds in there as well. I've got to say, this is a really cool visualizer. I'm loving this kind of almost robotic, like nanotech looking effect that we're getting across all of the vocals on here. Really, really clean. Again, I'm loving the fact that with this vocal, more than anything else, it's a very electronic tune. And the video is very electronic. When I say nanotech, it almost reminds me of like iRobot, when like when Sonny gets injected with the I don't know, the nanites, I think they're called, and you get these kind of like dots floating around. That's really the vibe we're getting, but it almost has a kind of aquatic kind of wet look to it, which is really cool as well. And the tune itself is quite aquatic. You've got those kind of almost underwater sounding organs. You've also got just the overall vibe of the tune. The kind of woodwind sounds quite aquatic as well. It works really nicely synesthesically. Yeah, that shot's really cool. I say shot, it's obviously done on the computer, but you know what I mean. So yeah, interesting. It looks like near enough the final third of this tune is all going to be instrumental, which is fine. I would have liked to have heard a little bit more of Chris Brown's kind of ad-libs and stuff rolling out over this outro section. Maybe we're going to get another verse at the end where they kind of come into it together. But there's only 24 seconds left of the tune, so I doubt that's going to happen. So slightly disappointed at that we didn't get to hear a bit more of those Chris Brown vocals. This is actually the first time I haven't heard him kind of go all the way through to the end of the tune. So, yeah, an interesting one. But the instrumentation on the original is so exciting and so enjoyable to listen to. So, this is definitely a tune that I would want to have on instrumental cut anyway. It is lovely, man. Almost a kind of like Asian kind of twist. the kind of woodwind, kind of using the Asian scale. But yeah, very, very cool, man. Very, very cool. Pentatonic scale, not the Asian scale. But yeah, very cool tune, man. Monalisa, Lojay and Sarz, the official Chris Brown version on the remix. So overall, Chris Brown's verse is very good. It definitely fits. It definitely does the assignment. It knows what it needs to do, and it performs it adequately. More than adequately. It's very, very solid. The lack of much happening after the verse is slightly jarring because there's literally like nearly a minute's worth of instrumental towards the end of the tune, which could have been filled up just with kind of ad-libs, little backs and forth, maybe little call and response. That wouldn't have taken long to actually record. You wouldn't even, not even necessarily lyrics, just kind of like those sort of Chris Brown ad-libs that we're all used to hearing. I would have liked to have heard a bit more of that towards the end, just a little bit of seasoning to kind of round things off. But the verse itself is good, and this is a tune that's going to do a lot for Lojay and Sarz. So big up them each and every time. As always, friends, hopefully you have enjoyed this video. If you have, please make sure you are getting involved by hitting that subscribe button at the bottom of the page, turning notifications on, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff. We're going to be back tomorrow with a ton more reactions. There are so many bangers dropping this weekend. I'm so excited. So make sure you are sticking around for that. I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a fantastic evening and peace.
Sounding so good right now. My sound in a bright and town.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, CubCamTV. Stay locked.